The way that I know that everything that is being promoted by mass media about AI is bullshit is one reason. It is the fact that the main thing that they are selling about AI is fear. Specifically, the most notable one is the fear of AI replacing people's jobs and creating that fear of scarcity within people, rather than talking about how these technologies could be used to free humanity from slavery and free people from having to live a life where they're just stuck in an endless grind rat race, chasing imaginary numbers, being buried in debt, and never, for most people, never really feeling like they have and own their own life, because they're living an existence where they are forced to prioritize other people's agendas and allow themselves to be used as a means to an end. And mark my word, even after a bunch of jobs are replaced by AI and technology, they're still going to try to push a system that requires the majority of people to have to work to survive. Mark my word. Because that is required for their system to survive, for their parasitic system that just needs endless energy to survive. And here's how I know this. Look at the society that we live in now. Think about how many people in this society work jobs that are either completely useless or, in many cases, harmful to society or the world. Perfect example of that would be something like, call center sales, AKA telemarketing, these useless scam, terrible companies harassing people, trying to sell people some BS that they don't want, and scam people out of their money on something that is not as represented. Other examples are shady car dealerships, the financial industry, and how it sucks the life out of people. And so mark my word, even after they replace a bunch of jobs with AI and robots and stuff, they're going to invent new jobs to try to make people work, because they need you in this system where you're chasing an imaginary number and consuming. That's what they need. So everything they're talking about AI, that is a distraction. And it's also a bubble. It's another financial bubble that they're going to have, a bunch of ridiculous overvaluations, on. So you guys have to understand, this is this play is part of one of the main pillars and strategies of this Babylonian mind control system that we're under, that literally has no goal but to drain everybody of their energy and waste our lives. And it needs you in a scarcity mentality so that when they offer these new jobs that they're going to create, you're happy to have those jobs and you feel like, oh my goodness, I have a job. So this is the psychology that's going on here, to keep people in a slave mentality, keep people thinking it's normal to work your life away and be buried in debt to imaginary numbers that the bank created out of nothing through credit. So don't believe any of this hype about AI. This is all BS. And a bunch of people are going to lose their money trying to invest in it. And it's BS. I'm not saying that it's not going to ultimately be able to use, for certain benefits. There's certain things that everybody will be able to use it for. But don't think that it's what they say it is. And don't think that they're going to, try to let people not have to work. They're going to invent jobs. They're going to try to do that unless people stand up and say, screw this. Why aren't we using this to free ourselves? So that's enough of this rant today. I hope you liked it.